that this is hard. We know that this is a turbulent time, and I think that it's much like acceptance. And when someone, for example, right, you go through the stages.
Go check her out. And in the next video, we're going to talk about all of that and so much more. So please, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, why haven't you? Like, come on. Don't act like we're not awesome. Don't act like we're not awesome, because we're awesome. All of us. Me, Jay, Daisy, Frank, any and everybody that is spreading the truth about the nature of our reality is awesome. And I love you. Go over there. Show Daisy some love. She sends me love all the time, guys. Show her some love back.
Jasmine. I'm going to type it in the chat because you can see
whether academics have the full story, and from what you'll see, they have not fully. It's huge in scale, and so a visit there is much more interesting.
Aricebo radio telescope, which we've been using since 1963, like, was damaged this weekend and is not working. It was only recently surpassed by China's fast radio telescope. Oh wow, in 1994, astronomers studying a pulsar with Arecibo found the first evidence of a planet orbiting another star. Also, the first repeating fast radio burst. This is such a big deal, guys.
Probably killed him or something, you know what I'm saying?
He seems like one of those guys, don't he? Like one of those guys that's like a low-key, been like a fucking serial killer for like decades and been getting away with it because he's a member of like the nicest people church, you know what I mean?
I just don't know if he even had the... I don't think he even...
I mean, look at how bizarre Melanie Gibb was like. From the get-go, I knew there was something up with her. I was like,
I don't think he dug a hole or anything.
Well, he was a grave digger. He was a grave digger.
I don't think he did.
But I think they left it to Alex. I think they put it all off on Alex because they were too busy planning their stupid little honeymoon in Hawaii and all that bullshit. And then Alex and Melanie got all that bullcrap dumped on them, and they was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to leave town. We're going to change the names. We're going to go elope to our significant others at the time, which was anybody that they could find within the last 2 weeks, because they had a feeling this was going to happen. And then they fucking did. And they went to fucking Vegas, and they got married. And I swear, man, there's this video you got to watch. When I was listening to it, that's why I like listen to it while I'm doing other stuff, because I'll hear like the really significant parts that I haven't heard before. And the way that Melanie did what she was doing and then ended up in Idaho and was they specifically took Melanie to take a tour of BYU or whatever. Yeah, okay. So I honestly think that at some point part of the plan was to kill Tolly because she found out. I think the plan was never to really kill the kids. This happened because of some crazy shit that happened after Alex and Melanie tried to kill Brandon. That Tolly maybe found out about some of the plan, what was going on, and started freaking out. And that's the reason why there's a gap between the time, and there's a time gap between when Tolly was killed and when JJ was killed. You see what I'm saying? These were freak out moments where they're like, oh my god, and they fucking killed him, and then they didn't know what to do with JJ because like JJ's gonna start wondering where his sister is, and his dad's dead, and people just keep dying. This is not good. And they were like, what do we do? Kill the kid. And they killed the kid. But I think at one point the plan was to have her go to Brigham Young University and pretend to be Tolly so that she could still get those Social Security checks that Tolly was getting from her dad when he died. Because she was getting, remember, that's how she was making like $6,000 a fucking month in all this money that she's raking in from like Charles and fucking Ryan Charles or Joseph Ryan and all that shit, and whatever else she could pilfer away from other people, apparently.
What, she went for a tour? Is that what you said?
Huh?
She went for a tour at BYU? Was that Melanie?
Melanie, her niece, Boudreaux, they took her up there to the university and toured it like she was going to be a student there. Yes, and there's the interview where she's talking about that, and nobody says a fucking thing. And I'm like, okay. Aside from the fact that I've watched so many of these videos like over and over and over, that the original Melanie Gibb and Nate Eaton interview, Nate seems like he's guiding her in parts of the interview. Like, that whole thing was concocted by the FBI and Melanie Gibb's attorneys because she had already rolled on Lori Vallow and Daybell, and they're trying to make her look better than what she is, because she definitely knows more than what she's fucking admitting to.
They're saying that she knew that the kids were dead. I don't think
She knew the kids were dead. That David dude, I had a feeling, he may or may not have known that the kids were dead, but he had some idea that there wasn't something right
But they're
going
thinking
on.
they did a ritual. Because they
Wait,
did
what?
it on the same night. Apparently they killed them on the same night. On the same night that those people were there.
They didn't kill the kids on the same night,
That's
though.
what I heard.
I don't think they killed the kids on the same night. See, there's like so many, like, Linda needs to be putting together some really deep dive on all these timelines. We need a huge map, like a bulletin board map of like all the different timelines.
In JJ's room.
Right. But they seen JJ that night being carried out or in by Alex, but they did not see him the next morning.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, where the fuck did Alex carry him into the house to? In and out the back door? Like, where the fuck did he go?
He carried him out of the house, not in the house.
I think she said she saw him carry him in the house because he was over at Alex's house. Because Alex had been keeping him or something during the podcast. I don't know. But, I mean, the first fucking thing that, like, when Tammy died and then they went off and got married 2 weeks later, and then Alex died after she didn't show up to court with the kids, and that was just, we should have picked her up. We shouldn't have been like waiting.
I already said that they were dead. I think it's some satanic, not satanic shit. I just think that they tried to cleanse the demon and did some weird shit.
I think maybe stuff that people have been told or taught that satanic wasn't really satanic all along.
Not satanic. It's like they're trying to. They don't. It's like to them. It's like, you know, Mormonism or whatever.
Right.
Like, it's like cleansing the spirit.
But it's like dark as fuck.
Stuff with those demons. You know what I'm saying? Or like how you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, like, if you think there's zombies, there's like a way to cleanse them from being, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean like expel the zombie from the kid?
Sure they don't come back.
But it'll kill them. Most of the time, I thought it'd kill. I need to look in. I need to look in that book.
Maybe like a dismemberment, or it could be that they're just trying to hide the evidence.
I'm gonna look when I get back to the house. I just looked over.
Excuse me?
There's this book at the house. That book that Brendan gave me about witches and zombies. There's like a whole like chapter or two in there about zombies, because in voodoo, that's something that they believe. They practice, and like they do be doing that with people apparently. But I think it works like in Skeleton Key. You have to believe. Yeah.
Don't come back.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Don't come back.
This is where I saw the unicorn. Yes, it is. This is where we were. Me and you and Brendan that day that I saw the unicorn. Whatever, man. They're real. Whatever. There's turkeys or vultures or something out there.
I don't agree with that assumption.
Yeah. Well,
I don't have to agree.
nobody said you did. Nobody said you had to agree. In fact, we encourage people to disagree. That's how it's called discourse. It's called discourse. No, I know that. That's why you don't want to vote for Sleepy Joe and Camel Toe Harris.
Sleepy Joe, Camel Toe, and then
Yeah,
DT.
that's gonna.
DT is gonna get us DT it.
Is gonna get us disclosure. Do you think you really don't believe that? You can tell me you
He
can't.
might give us disclosure.
What are you doing here? I gotta get some smokes.
Ooh,
Why?
That's a little bit hot.
Is it busy?
The pizza.
The pizza was pretty good, though.
I'm just gonna go get some sugar and cheese.
You get some chocolate. Okay, go ahead.
No, that's place.
See, he's deliberately trying to start a fight. And he knows damn good and well, honestly, that he should pay for my thing, because it's my little stand that I put my phone in. The back, there's still, like, it's sitting in part of it, right? So it anchors in, but then it's on a rotating ball so that it can, so I can, you know, adjust it like that or whatever. And he broke it, like, and super glue and all that stuff. I ain't fixing it. I would need some, like, putty or something. And I'm just not gonna do that because it's literally like $4. I'm just gonna go get another one. But I should.
Real fucking taco.
I like that Pepperpalooza pizza.
Taco right there.
That is some good meat on, and I'm not